This is my completely updated review of the Scorpio H Scorpio. This is the Corelight X model. Now, first of all, I can truly say, starting with the positive points, that this boat performs. I've had this boat out in every type of sea condition, rough conditions, big seas, tidal stuff. It feels good in every type of condition. It performed excellently. Can't fault it. I'm not an expert on kayaks, haven't paddled all that many. 2 in fact. This performed great. Top mark for performance. Right, let's go straight to the more negative points before we go into the details. Skeg slider control does not work properly. It works, but it doesn't work smoothly. It's meant to come back smoothly. You can hear how rough it is. It's difficult to make fine-tuned adjustments to that, and I don't trust it. That was smooth when I bought it. First couple of months it worked smoothly, now it isn't. So this control mechanism, the design for me just isn't good enough. There's something not right with it. I just hope that the steel spring in there is of a material that will never rust. Presumably it would be. This is a Skeg model. So it's a rope, string operated. So it just pushes in and out. If you get the scudder, then the scudder pedal controls inside the cockpit will move it back and forth. With this, if you land, you're not going to damage it if you forget to take it in. The scudder you will damage if it's out at an angle. Do you need a scudder? This boat, as I say, it performs great. It tracks well, it turns well. You don't need a scudder. Scudders, I guess, are for if you're putting a sail in the boat. Never yet seen anybody do that. Now I can only go by this boat, but in this boat the day hatch is virtually useless. Okay, it keeps some water out, obviously, it's going to keep some water out, but it doesn't work. Any wave that washes over that, I'm going to get up to maybe half a litre of water in there. I've had everything in there soaked several times. This hatch does not work. I don't know if it's this or if it's the mould. I don't know. This is not fit for purpose. In fact, it is shocking. I've had real trouble with this. It's no good. I need to find a solution. So far P&H has not been very responsive. Still waiting and waiting and waiting for any proper response from P&H. I'll have to call them again. I'll probably have to come up with my own solution. I don't know what yet. Be trying out various things. That is just no good. Now, the back hatch, great. Only once I've had a little water in that. Maybe I didn't push it down right, I don't know. I've had that in all sorts of weathers, seas washing over that. Generally speaking, apart from that one time, had a little bit in it, no problem at all. Little glove compartment is fine, nothing gets in that. Front hatch, again, absolutely fine, no problem with that at all. That's the way they should be. That is shockingly bad. That is just not good enough in this day and age. For a sea kayak, not good enough. Right, inside the cockpit. The seat's nice and comfy, no problem there. Seat back, seat, no problem. Your foot rests are fine. They're sticky to adjust, but that doesn't matter. You get them in place, they just, once you've got them in place, they're not going to move about. That's the main thing, they're not going to shift by themselves. So that design is fine. Brace, pads. Well, personally, I don't really like the position in this boat. I can't really get a really good brace in this boat. Don't know why, just can't. I pull my knees into this, gives me a brace, but it's not as good as my last boat. My last boat was a bigger boat than this. Right, that's the brace position. These should really be adjustable in this day and age. Be able to adjust them, get it just right, that's the way it should be. But it isn't. Right, next point. The cockpit seal with a good fitting spray deck seems to be okay to me. If you get big waves, you're going to get a little bit coming in here and there, but it seems okay. Had a real problem with my old P&H Capella. It just was not moulded properly. It was terrible, really badly made, but this one's okay. That's fine. Stiffness, right, this is the Corelight X, which is meant to be stiffer than the ordinary Corelight. Personally, I haven't really been able to tell much difference, or any difference, between Corelight and Corelight X. So, flat flex there. Is that as flexy as a normal Corelight boat? I shall have to find out. So, who knows? Bent both boats by pushing it under the back of a vehicle. They both bend. It's certainly, definitely is not as stiff as a fiberglass boat. Definitely not. Does it make a real difference to get Corelight X? I just don't know. I don't know, but I thought I'd try it anyway. I mean, I like the boat. It is lighter to manage, a bit lighter, but it is a bit thinner. This hull has been slightly beveled by probably by bad storage in the shop when I bought it. Maybe it's a bit Corelight X and maybe a bit thinner, I don't know. Anyway, I bash boats about a lot, that's what they're for. So it gets plenty of scratches. So far it feels fine. The finish is okay. It is a nice looking boat. I really do like the turquoise with the yellow elastics. They have smoothed off some of the plastic. This is nice and smooth at the front and along the sides, which I like. But it does mark more than the non-smooth stuff. So whether it's a good idea to finish it all off smoothly, I don't know. Would the hull be better all smoothed off? I don't know, I'm not an expert. There is a bit of P&H branding on this with smooth bits. Don't really like that. Don't mind a wee badge on the side. Okay, it's not that obtrusive. Not so big a deal, really. Storage space. Okay, your cockpit is quite small. This is LV. Your cockpit is small in the LV. If you've got big feet, you get size 10 feet, don't get this. Even your feet aren't going to fit in, even if you're small. But if you're just a small person like me, the LV is fine. It's a little bit tight, more tight than I'm used to, but it's okay, you get used to it. Storage space, plenty of storage in the front. Good for your camera in there. That's fine, part of the fact everything gets soaked in this. Back storage, it's not good because of this. This is your Skeg stutter access. Things go wrong. That uses up a lot of space. A lot of space uses up there because this means your back hatch, from there onwards, you lose a lot of space. From there onward, you've lost all of that. unless you can push up really thin things there. There's a lot of storage space lost there. Also the foam bulkheads, both here and at the front, they are about 2 to nearly 3 inches thick. So that's quite a lot. That's a lot more space lost for storage overall. That's going to add up. That's about, what, 8 inches probably. It's a lot of storage space lost. Other thing got to watch with the foam bulkheads is for rodents. Rodents have been in here. They love this. Even if you get no food in the kayak, they will rip that, mice will rip that up for nesting material. So if you're going to store this boat outside where there might be rodents, it is essential to have a cover. Either a bought one or a homemade one. Essential. Do not leave it for the mice to eat. And that's about it. Other little addition I add is the loops. This is for your paddle. Really handy actually. Just put your paddle on here. It just goes on there, front and back. Hold your paddle at the side when you're launching or land. When you're launching, not when you're landing. I'd recommend that. I always use my push-off bars there for just pushing myself off from shore or through seaweed. Excellent. Just a couple of little additions. Then of course you'll want a bailer. If you've got a lot of water in, a rag for soaking out other water. That's it. That rope's just for if I land on a big surf beach and I need to grab the kayak right away, that rope will extend to the front and I can grab that rope on the way out. Other thing, I'm not too keen on these little hooks here. They're too shallow. That comes out. It just jumps out. On occasion that will jump out when you're carrying it over rough ground. I'd like this hook to be more closed. Okay, a minor point. Not too important. It does carry okay. That's it. H Scorpio. I've had this boat about 7 months now, and overall I must say I do like it. I mean, performance ultimately is the most important thing. You need to feel safe out there. It's a good boat. I feel safe in it. If you just get the Skeg slider problem fixed and the D-hatch problem fixed, then really I've got a really great boat here. But at the moment it's still got its faults. It's not quite there yet. But overall I'll stick with it just now. Hopefully get the problems fixed.